add to that, do you think President Putin will come under any more domestic pressure to draw a line where he stands by or before the winter?
Absolutely.
And does he actually need a pause, given the enormous amount of munitions that have been fired off? Can he keep going at the rate he's going of loss of troops and use of armaments?
Thank you for clarification. So, very roughly speaking, and I'm going to be a little bit generalized grossly here, then if you take the population of Russia, the adult population of Russia, then approximately 60% of them support Vladimir Putin's actions in Russia, which is an interesting statistic in itself, because it goes to show we shouldn't always how to absolve the Russian population from blame, thinking that it's all about the Kremlin leadership. I think it's a bit more complex than that. So that's 60%. Another 20% are very much against Vladimir Putin. There are people who have been protesting, there are people who've been fleeing, and they're in diametric opposition to Vladimir Putin. And then there's 20% in the middle of that, broadly writ, which is somewhat waverers. They're sort of ambivalent, and they can be taken each way. And of course, those 60% are inculcated with state-fed propaganda, naturally, but it's really the education system which is inculcated into them that Russia is an empire and a great country with a great destiny, and it is something that they naturally believe because they've been fed it from a very young age. If you think about it, with President Putin having been in power now for 22 years, so that's the levels of support. Now, as to whether they will drop or not. Whilst Putin is making incremental, if unsteady progress in the east, and there have been some retreats lately, as you've seen, I'm sure, then I think that he is unlikely to face any protests or any opposition, both within his own elite and at grassroots level. A couple of other reasons for this. One, of course, is that well, he has managed to harass and persecute and pursue those in Russia who might be prepared or able to lead any sort of protest movement. There have been no protests in Russia against this war since the very start of it, when there were mass repressions and mass jailings